I just miss the Obamas so much. I just miss them. And I miss feeling hope. I miss feeling hopeful.
Guys, I miss Obama.
I don't care what anybody says. I miss Obama. I miss Obama. I wish that every time I turned on the TV, there was Barack just talking to me, making me feel like someone was looking out for me. At this point, I'm getting emotional about Barack Obama. We had it so good. We had it so good, you guys.
Is that too old to us or are you still like this? Come on.
Oh, yeah, sweetie, how you doing? You doing okay?
Good.
Yeah, you in the split.
I wrote to you.
I know. That's why I tried to come.
I miss Obama so much. All the time. What I would give to have that man as president again.
I just watched a TikTok reel of just like a montage of Obama being nice. And I cried because there's like 20 clips of him just being cute with kids, like coming into Chicago to some school, calling himself Skitty Santa and giving out presents. Him meeting this little Superman and he falls down. He's like, oh my God, you're so strong. Do we have that with our current president? I feel like every clip I see of him is just showing off something that he's working on. The ballroom and now cleaning some pool that doesn't need to be cleaned.
Does anyone else miss when politics were so boring that we never even knew the names of the people like running the departments because they were doing their jobs and we didn't need to know them? I miss Obama.
I just miss Obama. Things haven't been the same without Obama.
I just watched a compilation of moments and speeches from Obama's presidency, and I just night and day. I could almost cry watching him talk about people and communities and togetherness and unity. And I dare anyone to tell me that what is happening right now is better than what was happening then from a unified nation perspective.
Man, I'm so sick, bro. I don't know how it happened, but my For You page has turned into like an President Obama fan page. I was too young to know how great he was. Bring him back!
Good morning. I just wanted to say I miss President Obama so bad. Like, I miss having a smart president who actually gave a fuck about the American people. I miss that shit. I definitely miss that shit. Yeah.
So in love with you.
So apparently millions of people, millions of Republicans are on Obamacare. They get their insurance through the marketplace. And I don't know what kind of poll they did. CNN just released a press release today that millions of Republicans on Obamacare want the subsidies extended. These are the same Republicans who have bashed Obamacare since day one, ever since falling for Donald Trump's lie that Obama wasn't born in the United States. Like, if it's anything that's created by somebody with the D next to their name, they just shit on it and shit on it. And now they got their wish. Donald Trump said he was going to implode Obamacare and replace it. Their wish is coming true. And now all of a sudden, millions of them are screaming, no, wait, we want to keep it because we don't want our insurance premiums to go up January 1st. Nothing more needs to be said.
Hello guys and welcome back to our YouTube channel. My name is Sam. Now today I want to talk about this story about MAGA and Obama because it has been looking like a cult. You know, most of the people compare MAGA with a cult. And now there's this new conversation about Barack Obama and the MAGA, because the MAGA community are so obsessed with Obama that even if Obama today goes somewhere, they will come up and say something Obama. But because there are some people from the same MAGA community that misses Barack Obama presidency, the way he used to rule the United States of America with equality and equity, they have now cried it out and say they miss Barack Obama. But some of the MAGA supporters still follow former President Barack Obama was doing what he's doing, and they believe that sometimes back in May, Barack Obama went to Canada and received such a hero's welcome, and they say that this one is quite not good because President Donald Trump is in power, and they feel that it's something like a coup that President Barack Obama is planning to do, of which that is crazy because Barack Obama is not a type that can do something like that. He's a diplomat. He's a diplomat. He's loved everywhere compared to who is in power right now in the administration, that is President Donald Trump, who is kind of, because many nations right now hate at him because of different things that he has been doing, because he has not been good in diplomacy, and people believe that Barack Obama is quite the best compared to President Donald Trump by quite a far. Now, before we continue with this video, one, give credit to all content creators who may have used their content in creating this amazing video. And if you're new here, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, share, and comment. Please do not go. We will be back with more commentary to talk about this conversation together. You can comment down below your thoughts about the same. We'll be back with more commentary.
Been my son who went to that store, got those Skittles, came back, and got confronted. When the Ferguson unrest happened and he called for calm and accountability and understanding, he was still called divisive. Not because of what he said, but because of what people heard. And what they heard was a challenge. It was a challenge to the version of America they were comfortable with. So let's be honest. Divisive became a code word, a way to say, I don't like what this represents. Because a lot of people were fine with the idea of equality until it looked like him, until it had power, until it couldn't be ignored. So no, he wasn't the most divisive president. He was the moment this country had to confront what it had been avoiding for a very long time. And instead of dealing with it, people blamed him for it. Not because he divided the country, but because he exposed how divided it already was.
Demanded. You can demand loyalty from supporters. You can pressure politicians. You can flood social media with propaganda, but genuine respect from the world leaders and ordinary people across the world, it has to be earned. And Obama earned that through the way he carried himself, the way he communicated, the way he represented the U.S. on the world stage. So when Obama visits Canada, people don't panic because they think he's plotting some secret takeover. People simply see a former president who still have influence, friendships, and is being admired internationally, and that's normal for respected world leaders. Former presidents often travel, meet leaders, and speak at events and maintain relationships. But because MAGA sees politics almost like a cult-like behavior, they interpret everything through fear and suspicion. Deep down, many MAGA supporters know that Trump will never be viewed the same way globally as Obama. This is because Trump's reputation overseas has been damaged. In many countries, Trump is being associated with chaos, trade wars, insult toward allies, political instability, and constant drama.
I've been noticing for years that the Trump cult is absolutely obsessed with Barack Obama. So I decided to do some research to try and find out why the MAGA cult is so obsessed with Obama. Barack Obama has not been president for 10 years, and MAGA can't stop talking about him. They are literally obsessed with the man. They try and blame him for things that are happening today. That's not random. There's a psychological reason for that, although it seems a little creepy. Here are the 4 reasons the Trump cult is obsessed with President Obama. 1. The psychological wage of whiteness. In 1935, sociologist W.E.B. Du Bois at Atlanta University studied poor white Americans. White Americans, even the poor ones, with no money and no power, felt superior to black Americans. Not because they earned it, but because for 250 years the entire system told them they were superior to black people. The law said it, the church said it, the culture said it. Du Bois called it the psychological wage of whiteness. This is a status payment people collect just for being white, a floor that white people couldn't fall beneath. Then Barack Obama became president. He occupied the highest status role in the country. That destroyed the floor. And when a status floor breaks, people don't quietly adjust. They backlash. Obama didn't just win an election. He took something they didn't even know they were depending on. They didn't earn this special status, but they thought it was stolen when Barack Obama got elected.
So once again, the Republicans are triggered by President Obama. He could breathe and they'd be angry. And this time they're upset because he met with Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada. That's it. Carney said on social media, "Welcome back to Canada, President Obama. Thanks for joining us in Toronto for important conversations on how we build a better future." Normal stuff, right? But for MAGA, they think that something deeper is going on. For example, Laura Loomer said, "Why is Obama meeting with world leaders while Trump is in office? This is a coup." She thinks that Obama meeting with Carney is an attempt to overthrow the United States government. Another popular MAGA account on Twitter said, "He's a former president. This violates the Logan Act." No, it does not. Honestly, I don't know what the F he thinks he's doing. The balls the Democrats have, unbelievable. I actually responded to that tweet by saying, "This you," referencing her back in 2024, celebrating Donald Trump meeting with Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago. The MAGA Republicans hate Obama because he's better than Donald Trump in every single way, and people actually like him. He's one of the most popular politicians in America, despite leaving the presidency years ago. People still love him.
Yes, that is the conversation that is going on online about President Barack Obama and the MAGA supporters. And as quite has been explained there, that President Barack Obama still have influence as compared to President Donald Trump at the moment. President Donald Trump is facing a lot of hatred from different diplomatic nations because of his chaos, insult, and drama that he has been causing for some times now. And the MAGA supporters are quite fearful that former President Barack Obama, whatever he does, every now and then they believe that it's quite interesting and it looks like it is showing a different response from what they are receiving from President Barack Obama. At times, these MAGA supporters have been crying because of supporting President Donald Trump and the high cost of living spiking up. And now sometimes when it comes to Barack Obama, they are so obsessed with him that they can't even accept the fact that President Donald Trump is not near where President Barack Obama was, or former President Barack Obama was during that particular time in his 8 years tenure, because he's not been in power for at least 10 years since he got out from power. And these MAGA supporters are still obsessed with him from whatever they do. If he moves to the next nation and is being received with a hero's welcome, they think that there's something is being planned. You know, Barack Obama is planning coup and so on, and other stories. So these MAGA supporters are living with fear because they know President Donald Trump cannot match what former President Barack Obama achieved for the United States of America. Once again, we want to give credit to all content creators to whom we have used their content in creating this amazing video. And if you're new here, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, share, and comment. That's all for now. See you in the next. Adios.